Yo, Fluffs, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for coming. It's good to see you. Tonight's just going to be a chill Q&A session with everybody. We got quite a full panel in tonight. We got Disclord, Michael Korn, PJ Cruikshank, Just Build, Spuddy Taylor, and Neil Constantino. And we got NW Dudin. How you guys all doing?
Yo.
Doing well, thank you.
Brilliant. Jesus still loves us, doesn't he?
Amen.
What up, my nibbers?
I wouldn't know.
But it's good to see you guys in. Yeah, tonight I decided let's just have a Q&A kind of chat chill so we can chat about anything.
Cool.
I do hope some ballers will actually decide to come in and have a chat. But as we know, they're usually chicken shit, so we'll see about that.
Like McToon. McToon might come in and chat with us.
Yeah.
He could teach me he could teach me about flat baselines and triangles.
Yeah, he can come show us how there's no triangles in triangulation while talking about triangulation with triangles.
And no flat baseline, apparently.
Yeah.
Magic.
So we got 18 votes already. Any Globe Defender coming into chat? 39% say yes. So there's at least has to be 5 or 6 people coming in.
Can you remember that comment, dude, off Jaren saying if you're talking about triangles, you don't know what you're on about?
Yeah.
Reverse to that, mate. It's reverse.
Yeah.
If you're denying triangles, you don't know what about /stone navigation.
Wow.
It's like Joe Biden, right? In a way.
I don't know if you guys haven't watched Michael's latest video.
Yeah, man.
I just did right now. A minute ago.
Did you like it?
Yes, sir. It was very good.
Beyond the imaginary curve seems to be still live.
Oh yeah. He's on a.
He's just yelling and screaming all the time.
Yeah.
It gets boring.
He's calling. He's calling everybody liars and dishonest now because nobody wants to listen to him. Boo-hoo, poor guy.
He's beyond imaginary sideways club.
Well, he can also come on again if he wants to, but we all know that's not going to happen.
This is something else that's worrying me, right? How come all these flat earthers are now like going against all things that we've fought for over the last 8 years? Like,
science
and God. That's what QE is wondering too.
Well, really weird.
You can't not wonder, Neil, man. It's crazy.
It's really weird.
No, he was live. He's not live now.
Oh, then it just ended. I'm just gonna say hi to everyone in chats quickly. Yeah.
Oh no, you go ahead. I'm sorry. You do your thing. I'll wait.
2 seconds. Lumpy Gas, thank you for coming. Awesome Lawson Clips, good to see you. Connor Apple, hello. Good to see you. Moxie, good to see you. Dustin Bones, thank you for coming. Bible, you always good to see you. David Lee, hey man. Yeah, we had an awesome conversation the other night. He's definitely not chicken shit. LJ, thank you for coming. PJ Cruikshank, obviously. Johnny Man, thank you for coming. And the Price of Adam, good to see you. Thank you all guys for coming. Please hit that like and share the show so we can get out to a further audience. You guys rock. Yes, go on.
Well, I just want to address something. So, since we're having a rash of people who are starting to just say things that don't make sense anymore, I think that kind of goes into something that I've been thinking about for a long time now, and that's the fact that we're all human. So we can't attach ourselves to a person to the point where we'll follow them no matter what they say, right? Because that isn't the thing. You don't want to be a follower. You want to just be a listener, and you can, as long as you find some commonality with this person that you're watching their videos on a daily or weekly basis, that's great. But the minute they start saying things that don't make sense, and the minute they start doing things that don't allow for debate, that's when you gotta just drop them. You have to say, okay, bye, I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
Once they're not talking about truth.
No, they've done a total 180 on truth, man.
Totally.
Well, okay, but they could think they're speaking truth, and that's fine. But if they aren't being allowed the chance for somebody else to correct them, because he actually listened to McToon, who's like the enemy, right? And yet everybody else who's trying to tell him, look, this is not right. People who are actually I consider friends of his, like me, or people who I thought were friendlies, he's just turning back on all the friendlies, and he's listening to the guy who's we know is a deceiver. McToon is a liar. He's a known liar. I mean, and yeah, it's really strange. I find it really really pisses me off.
Yeah, but the
sometimes.
sad thing is,
about this.
everything that McToon is claiming, we can bring up citations showing he's wrong. And Jaron has seen these citations. That's the saddest part of all. He's literally
John here
seen
did
them.
it recently.
Yeah,
And that's the thing, though, right? They'll try and tell you that you have to be some kind of like specialist to understand it, right? No, you don't. It's very easy to research these things.
That's a fallacy of that's an authority fallacy. I know that. So you know.
But I mean, that's really dishonest when he comes and says in the same breath, he doesn't understand why we're not just conceding it can be done on a globe. It can't be done on a globe. That's the whole point.
That's the argument, like.
Exactly.
3 years worth of work, right? 10th man, loads of money, but books, everything, you know. You guys on FED, Adam, Nev, everybody looking into it.
Yeah.
3 years worth of work, damn pan because Jaron says it can work on a globe. What an idiot.
Yeah.
And Jaron could easily come on the show, and if everybody would just give him a chance to say something, and then him and Nathan could hash it out one-on-one in a way that's not like, you know, belligerent. Like Dell, he tried to do it, but he went from being like, "Oh, I'm sorry," to like, boom, like all of a sudden he just yelled at people, and it's like, whoa. It's like there's no way to reason with people like that. Because they don't want to be reasoned with.
Listen, dude, when Dell went on Nathan's, right, and like Nathan gives as good as he gets, doesn't he? Like, but when he come on with Flatzoid just let him talk. It was still calling Flatzoid names.
He's calling me retarded.
Yeah, I know.
Killing me retarded, you stupid.
Donkey.
Yeah. Just because he's saying
like,
I don't agree with him, and I give the reason why I don't agree with him.
We should call Dell the upward moving Shrek.
But listen, if you can't see this as wheat and tares getting separated, it's
I'm actually glad it's happening.
But I'm really saddened by this. Dell and then Jaron, and Jaron's a bigger fish, so to speak, than Dell. But Dell, I've listened for years, and I liked him because he would go out and talk to people.
Yeah.
And so you would think a guy who's got experience doing that could just talk to us like normal.
But you know that's what worries me, right? It can go out on the street and talk to people, no swearing, no nastiness, but yet he can't talk to his fellow flat earthers. Same.
Yeah.
It's like split personality.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, Dallas
tells me that. Sorry, that tells me that him going out on the street and it's an act. Yeah, that's not really how he is.
I don't know. Something else could be going on. I don't know, dude. It's like, well, RV did say he was a Freemason. There's tattoos and stuff.
I'll tell you exactly what's going on, right? And I'll tell you exactly what's going on, and this might piss people off, right? But you're either with God or you're not. Simple as that.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm glad this is happening. The line's being drawn.
Yep.
What side you're going to go on? It's showing you who is who in this community.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only problem is a lot of the people are so gullible, and they follow people like Dal or Jaron just because they're fans of him. You understand? Not because of truth.
Right. Don't be a follower. Don't be a follower.
I don't want no gullible people around me. I'm glad.
Exactly.
Let me see who everybody is.
The way I see it at the moment is there's two types of flat earthers. There's those that want to debunk the globe, and then there's those that want to be the new guru with their own model. You know, they want to replace the old model.
But guys, you guys also realize this? All this started going now since Bob passed away. So it's like they want to take on the reins of being the next Bob kind of thing.
But listen, right?
I don't know what that.
Nobody come to flat Earth on their own before Jesus took scales off your eyes. That's the only way that you see truth.
Interesting way of putting it.
Yeah.
But why do you think you can show all these ballers, right? You can show them any amount of evidence, right? And they just totally deny it, yeah? Scales are eyes.
You know what, though? I'm past debunking the globe. I feel like there's enough things out there I can discuss with anybody and go, everything pretty much works as we expect to work because the Earth is not a globe. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not sure what's next for me. I mean, what do we do? I guess, like, do we try to convince others? I don't feel like convincing others anymore because I feel like they're already at a point where if they aren't convinced by now, they aren't going to be convinced later on.
Yeah,
That's my feeling about
we
it.
just go on. That's all we can do. We just go on for the people that actually get into it now, fresh, and then they can see, hang on, yeah, there is some falsehoods in what people are being pushed because it is controlled opposition. And they just need
So
to see
exposing
this.
them is
Yeah,
our job now.
that's about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about ballers. Like they've made their choice. They want to defend bullshit. Like, but
Exactly.
they come trolling. They come to me. You know what I mean? When I first ever video I made about flat Earth or whatever, they come to me trolling me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't go to them. You'll not see me in Toon's chat or Toon's comments making a troll of me saying, you ain't see me even fight the flat Earth. You know what I mean? I don't do it.
We went over. Where did we go, Michael? We went over to Hugh Jars, went it? Hugh Jars.
Yeah, yeah.
Just for an we got banned after commenting once, and it wasn't even a bad comment, was it?
Yep.
So we don't do that.
Like Flatz's first videos and Brian's Logic's first videos, when those guys came out with their channels for the first time, they were like swamped with trolls.
Oh yeah, it was
Like
crazy.
from from day one. So I'd be around trying to wade through that crap, and I was just tired of seeing that. Like what the heck? It's
Like that. Look, we've got a new flare on. Go like let's troll him.
Yeah, but Flatz is not an idiot. He's pretty smart, so I don't think they control him all he wants, but they aren't going to do anything to him. And Brian too. Brian's a bright. He's a really smart guy.
I consider anybody who sees truth at shape at Earth.
Hey, truth listener, can see who is claiming Earth is accelerating upwards. Wait, let's not strawman Dal. He says it's not accelerating. He says it's going constant. Raichi says it's accelerating. Dal says it's going constant.
It's still movement, though. That's the point.
Okay, but
who cares
there's
how
so
they
much problems
word
with it. I mean, even if we take their stupid, idiotic arguments, it's the air that's causing, like, the hot air balloon to carry on moving up with the Earth. Okay, what about the moon and the sun and everything? There's no atmo there to push it up. Why is it also going up?
Well, not only that, but you need infinite space in order to go up constantly. I mean,
if there's constant air moving up that pushes balloons up, then leaves off trees won't land at floor, surely.
Nope.
Like I say,
or does it recycle itself? I guess maybe recycles the air. Recycles goes top, bottom,
but
top,
you guys
bottom.
understand what I'm saying? The argument is, like with the hot air balloon, it's still attached to Earth because the air is pushing the hot air balloon up with the accelerating Earth. Now, what about the moon and the sun and all their beloved planets or whatever? Why are we not crashing into it? Why are they also accelerating up? What's causing all this acceleration?
I keep saying it causes more
gravity.
We don't like the globe. We don't like the globe.
There's two questions, isn't there? What's causing this motion, and where's
it observed?
System moving into?
Yeah.
We don't like the globe, but it causes a lot more problems than the globe. Do you know what I mean?
See, at least with the globe, but you see, at least with the globe, they have centrifugal forces because it's rotating. Okay? The flat Earth disk is not rotating, it's going in one vector. So they can't claim a fictitious force. Especially with Dell. Because it's going constant, there's no acceleration anymore. It can't do what he's claiming because look what happens when you stop accelerating in his car demonstration.
But
it won't give his desired result.
And another thing, right? If it's accelerating, right, constantly accelerating, is it getting faster and faster?
Yeah.
Right. So if it's getting faster and faster, is that push down force not getting greater and greater?
No, because it's a constant acceleration, stays at 9.8 meters per second. So everything.
But if I get in the car and I go faster and faster, I get pushed more into my seat.
Yeah.
But your G's stay the same. That's the thing. If you
Okay,
stay
but
at a
here's the
constant
thing, though.
acceleration, then your G force stays the same.
The up the G's, the more it knocks them out eventually. So
Yeah, but remember, that's what I say. They go at a rotational acceleration, so the vector's changing constantly, so their G's are climbing. Now, with the acceleration on the disk, as they put it, it's staying a constant 9.8 meters per second. So
how would you prove that Earth's moving when the Globers came prove that Earth's moving? That Earth's moving.
Exactly.
I mean,
you can.
That's just weird.
No, it's idiotic. They're doing a total false
Because
equivalence.
Einstein had to create a whole new world of Narnia to explain why Earth's moving. He had to assume Earth was moving and create his own world of relativity.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's next? Is Dell going to pull off an Einstein and create some new thing to prove that Earth moves upward at a constant acceleration?
He thinks an accelerating bottle in a car makes his point. Actually, it doesn't.
Look at this,
Yeah.
right? We've all spent 8 years like slagging off Flat Earth Society, and now people are agreeing with them.
Yeah, that's the sad thing.
That is weird. Yeah.
And getting mad at us when we debate them and try to
Right.
set them straight. They get
Yep.
mad at us.
Like Rachel, she was getting mad at a little bit at Adam. That one video I heard.
Rachy,
See,
the problem with Rachy is, can you hear me? Or am I
Yeah,
breaking
yeah,
up?
can hear you.
You
You're
were
Very
breaking a
low,
little
though.
bit.
You're a bit soft, but you're fine.
Breaking up.
yeah, you're quiet, Neil, for once.
The problem.
Okay, I'll just have to tell Grigori, yes, we just call it G-force because everybody understands it's G-force, okay? That's all.
What's the G stand for?
Yeah, gravitational force, but
Can I just say
But
that?
we-
like,
What about the G point or the G spot? Is that also a gravity sensor in your ass? Or?
can I just, do you know when Rachel were speaking to Adam?
Is that the big G they actually use in the fucking Freemason lounges?
Yeah, one of them
Yeah,
is.
the G
Yeah,
point.
I think.
No, the G spot.
This lad, I'm trying to speak, man. When Rachel were on with Adam, she said that it was just a fart and she was just looking into it. And so, why do you get mad? Why get angry if it's just a fart and
but-
and you're just looking into it? So it's not something that you hold as a belief.
Because it was smelly.
But
But
why
you
are
see-
you getting angry?
But you see, that's
Well,
why.
when you-
But that's why I'm trying to do the series to try and explain, as simple as I can, why it's wrong and how relative density at equilibrium is shown. But so far, they don't want to understand it. Rachel's still telling me she doesn't understand what I'm saying, and I've made it so clear. I don't know how.
Can't be that daft.
I don't know how honest. And I mean, Rachel's not dumb. So I don't know.
That's true.
She doesn't want to understand.
You can only look at it two ways, though, Flatzoid. Right? We know Rach is that clever, but yet she's saying she don't understand. So either she's dumb or dishonest. Like, how else do you look at it?
But why?
I mean,
Why would she do that?
I think I made it very clear with my latest video that if the things are all moving at the same rate, you wouldn't expect them to have forces, their separate forces, to be able to separate them again. It's dishonest to think they should be separating.
It's the same
they're all
problems gravity has.
Yeah. They totally do a 180 on what we observe in nature. Let's put it that way.
So they have to reverse engineer the reason why things are happening.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you're using Newton's third law of motion, equal and opposite reactions, they just totally ignore that so they can claim an upward rising Earth. What?
What about clouds, helium balloons? I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's what the sad thing is, the anti-flat earthers are defending them with this nonsense. They're acting like they don't know what impulse is.
impulse power.
Impulse. The amount of force over time. So let's say a liquid sitting in a container with gas. Which has more impulse? So in other words, more force attributed over time. The liquid, because it's bonded, it's staying still, static in the container. The gas is moving around constantly. So it's having collisions all the time. So it has less impulse, less force.
Is that potential energy, or is that the opposite of potential energy?
No, it's just force. Force attributed over time.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't actually, I'm always hesitant to use the word potential energy, but we have to use it so people understand it's distance related from the Earth. Because the thing, you know what I hate? The globe has physics that works, but it's hijacked. It's really hijacked the observations and called it gravity. So they just push gravity in there as the cause for everything.
Yep.
So as soon as you explain it, how it works without gravity, they say, but you're explaining it with gravity. You're saying it doesn't have anything to do with gravity. I can take their G and call it unicorn farts. I'll get exactly the same results. It's as simple as that, but they don't want to understand that. They're so indoctrinated to believe it is gravity. So no matter how you explain it, and instead of conceding, okay, yes, that's what we observe, this can be tested that way, they say, but it's gravity. Just because they call it gravity doesn't make it gravity.
Right.
Nobody
It's like
even
Neil
knows what
deGrasse
it
Tyson dropping the mic, and or, what is gravity? We don't know.
is. Exactly. Nobody even knows what it is.
You drop mic. What is it? Gravity. What's causing it? Gravity.
But I mean,
No, it's gravity, bitch.
the saddest thing of all to me with gravity, though, is when they try and claim, okay, let's do science. What is usually the variable that they manipulate? The medium.
Medium, yeah.
So it's relative density disequilibrium.
Yeah.
And then they claim, no, it's
Well,
not
but it's the
medium.
object that they're dropping. So isn't the object being the thing that they're they're holding it and dropping it? Isn't that what you're doing in reality? And so you got to explain why. Well, you dropped it. That's why it's doing something, right? Because you let go of it.
No, like what they do is with the bowling ball and the feather, for instance. They drop it in the air, and then they see a difference in acceleration. So they remove the medium, they do it in a vacuum, and then they see, oh, it falls at the same rate. So then they say, you see, it's gravity. Without
The
understanding...
nature of hovers a vacuum.
Yeah, exactly. But you understand, all they did was remove the medium then. So the independent variable, what was manipulated, was the medium, not gravity. But they don't understand this very simple thing. They keep manipulating the medium, the density ratios, and then calling it gravity. It's just a hijack.
Yeah. It's like when they also don't understand the part of, if you have a rocket going out to space, that out in space, no matter, or a spaceship, whatever they want to claim they can take out there, it can't fucking move out there. It can bring all its gases and shit and spit them out, but it won't push on anything. So how will it move? If you don't push on anything, you can just stand there spraying your shit. If it even turns on, I don't even believe it can turn on. But if it can, it won't push at anything, so it won't move.
Right. Yeah.
It'll just be standing still, looking silly.
Truth listener, I heard bumblebees use electrostatics to fly. No, they use electrostatics in the wings to pick up the pollen. They totally misuse what it is.
They vibrate to loosen pollen.
What's the
That's all they
definition
do.
of electrostatics?
Electropa. No, I mean, like I said, I don't understand FED and stuff. They came on us recently, like, oh, but they are using Flatzoid. He uses the atomic model by claiming he doesn't agree with the atomic model. But I mean, we called Witsit out on this, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
When Witsit first went on FED, and I listened to it once and I heard him double speaking.
He does. He double speaks.
You know what I mean?
I used to look up to Witsit, not many. I know he's a lot younger than me, but what he was like, his knowledge and all that, I was like, wow, he's pretty good. But then he started spouting all this rubbish. You know what I mean? So
What rubbish?
between what rubbish?
He's using the atomic model to make his argument by saying he doesn't agree with the atomic model.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lots of rubbish.
Did I hear somebody say what rubbish?
Like when he kept, on coming on my show, like when he kept on
Talks about molecules and then denies molecules.
But like when he came on my show and he kept on changing the definition of the ether, what it is. And that's why we ended up talking about diamagnetism, because he ended up changing it so much. Because he keeps changing. Then it's propagation, then it's not propagation. Then it's light, then it's not light, then it's a photon. He can't make up his mind.
Hey, Flats.
Then Jesus is divine, then Jesus ain't divine. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, like Witsit, when I first saw him, he was doing his across the country, bringing flat earth to the people thing, and that was pretty cool. I thought that's pretty cool. It takes guts to do that. I mean, it takes guts.
That was cool.
When he was going around talking to
cool.
people. I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. Did you say what's cool or?
I said that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, and your accents.
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
cool. It was
sorry
cool.
mate. But yeah,
That's all right.
doing that and doing what he did in front of people, yeah, that was cool.
It was
But
very
the thing is, what I don't like though is that when he debates with other people on the side versus like Globey, the TikTok, he had a debate with these TikTok guys. There was a couple on his side, a couple on the other side, and like him and Dave the app guy, right? They have some good information, make some good videos, but then if they debate, they really do a bad job debating.
yeah.
And I wish they would all go on Nathan's show and learn how to
Yeah,
debate.
but they keep on
the
pushing.
points.
They keep on
Hello?
pushing 2015 arguments.
Hi, Neil, we can hear you. Oh, Neil, you're in twice,
You're in
dude.
twice, Neil.
Neil was cloned.
Okay.
Double your
what
knee.
That's
was
called
cool-
double trouble.
Tell me what was cool about Whitsitt going cross country, going to people that live in NASA, yelling at them. What's
Well,
what he does and what the other kid does, yelling in schoolyards.
No, he wasn't yelling.
Nothing.
He wasn't yelling at them. He was.
At all.
He wasn't yelling. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't
Yeah,
You're
yelling.
going
He was
to
actually just.
NASA's neighborhood.
Yeah.
Going to
No,
NASA's neighborhood
that
trying
weren't
to
that
reach
weren't
the
Austin,
people.
Neil. That
Come on.
were
That was Nathan Thompson.
Nathan.
Yeah, that
Thompson.
was Nathan Thompson.
That weren't Austin.
That's
Yeah,
different.
they're both from the same thing.
Well,
If you give
I-
Whitsitt, if you give, listen,
I know Nathan. He's a
give
good
Whitsitt enough time, he'll do that too.
But I admire what Whitsitt did when he did that cross country. Yeah, I think it was
Takes
cool.
guts.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
it's a
but
big
look-
topic,
Look, he
know.
wasn't married then or anything. He was still single, Yeah.
Right.
So he
it was
could do
about-
it.
Yeah.
It was only about a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, a year and a half ago. Yeah, I think he lived in an RV
Yeah,
or
and then
something.
he met his girlfriend on the road. She met her on the road, I guess, when she was doing his bringing FV to the people, so
Yeah.
to speak, and then getting the
Listen.
cops were involved sometimes, and fun
Listen.
times.
Listen, right? The kid went from skint to where he can challenge 5 grand debates with people. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, that is after he was on Bob's payroll, so he did move right next door to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't say Bob. Bob has some good things. I was on Globus for years, and I mean, it could be boring at times, but Bob is a smart guy. I mean, he was an engineer, and he would do things, and he wasn't perfect, but I don't think he pushed any nonsense. But for the most part, but he had his he had his opinions, but I think he was, for the most part, he was pretty respectable until like at one point when I guess
But
dealing with
Bob
Nathan.
is actually recorded saying that they've scienced dielectric acceleration.
Yeah.
That is a blatant lie.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, I think because they were talking to that one guy. There was a guy they brought on, Ken Wheeler.
Wow.
I think that got them all thinking about that, and even I got kind of like, "Oh, that's interesting." I was kind of drawn to that for a while.
You see,
But,
the thing
but,
is,
yeah.
you see, the thing is that caught them was because they were also with me when I first came into Flat Earth. I was into the electric universe thing. I still think there are kind of electric properties to how things move.
Yeah.
But they took it to a whole new level, like literally sort of worshipping what's it, Tesla kind of thing. So they took it at such a occultic level that everything Tesla says is now the word. We're getting free energy, we're getting all this, the ether has to survive, everything is electrostatic and blah 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 blah. And totally misconstruing intermolecular bonds with saying because intermolecular bonds, therefore everything is going to have a directionality. No, that's false. Because I think that's where they got caught up, was they took it too cult-like. Because I could say they took it as like, oh yeah, this has to be the reason, so therefore it is.
You said directionality, so no one's been able to prove a direction, right? Like a direction or force.
No, you see, they push a down bias, which
Down
there's
bias,
definitely
yeah.
no down bias.
Oh.
But they say relative density does have a part to play, but it comes after electrostatic acceleration, because they think because the electromagnetic bonds, the static bonds are caused because it's electrostatics, so therefore that's what gives that force to make it go down or up.
Isn't that a weak force though?
Yeah.
Electrostatics? It's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a
a weak
weak force.
force.
One of the
Yeah.
But their argument is because it's stronger than gravity, therefore it has to exist. That should be the reason.
It's also a pseudo force though. So a weak force is stronger than a pseudo force. What they're saying.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird.
it's weird.
They're part of the extended family of the sideways globers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might as well be in Dell's bed. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So we still don't know their intentions, so we can't divine their intentions. I think as Nathan said once, or something like that. So I mean, we have to still just kind of like see where it goes, and then at some point we have to go, aha, your intentions are this, and here's why. You know, this is why, and we boom. Therefore, that's your intention. You know.
I just want to say, guys, in chat, if you guys want to have questions to answer, it is Q&A evening. Send a super chat or come in and talk, and we're more than happy to talk about it. And this is specifically for Globers because,
Globers wanted.
Globers just troll in chats and say nothing.
Globers, come out and play.
And hit the likes and share the show, guys.
Definitely.
Mr. Sensible, Simon Dan, this is your chance, boys.
Boy.
Come on. Or Slyman Jan and Bob the Schlep guy and
Sci-fi.
who else we got there? Sci-fi Jan and Planer Schmock and all those doinks. They can come on if they want to. And McGoon, you out there somewhere, boy?
Don't play in the walk like that. She's a nice lady.
I guess he is. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
She's a nice
lady. He looks like a lady.
Well, we had a nice conversation with David Lee the other night, I have to say. That was quite cool.
Who's that?
He's one of the ballers in the chat, yeah. He was actually man
He
enough
was
to
hard
come
to
in.
look at, though. So he was kind of hard to look at.
But we all have one question though, David. Are you Brenda?
Oh, he does sound a little like Brenda now, you know.
Brenda.
Yeah, he does. He has
No, I
that
don't
little,
think so, because David sounds
No,
a
he's
lot
not.
more intelligent than Brenda, to be honest.
Yeah,
but the
he's
voice,
definitely-
was
he's
like,
good.
whoa.
Yeah,
Speaking of Brenda, she appears on Jaren's Speaker's Corner episodes. You guys should try that. Go to Jaren's Speaker's Corner. You can actually be on there.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't allow me on. I'm banned on Jaren.
Really?
Yeah, since I showed
I didn't know
everybody how he swore at me on Skype and didn't try to converse. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not
Definitely.
welcome there.
He's not Brenda, but he definitely had that tone. He definitely sounded.
Which is really odd, because Speaker's Corner is supposed to be about all free speech. And yet my free speech is not allowed.
Yeah. That sucks. Sorry, man. I didn't know that.
Free speech costs a lot.
Yeah.
No, you didn't look like Brenda, David. Definitely not.
No, it definitely don't look like
Brenda.
Yeah. One person's appearance that did really catch me by surprise was Aaron's dreadlocks.
Yeah, I did, because on his picture, he's got cropped hair, hasn't he?
Yeah, but that's an old picture that I took from him when he was doing his fish channel, because he did fish tanks.
You know something? I like the guy now. I really do. I feel bad how I sometimes like. Yeah, I mean, I understand, because he did display some kind of troll-like behavior.
He still has troll-like behavior. I mean, look at the one video he comment he posted on my latest video. I think Neil saw it, where he said his comment was, one thing I learned today was flat earth Christians are full of conspiracy theories or something like that. So he still does troll a bit, but
of course,
I see him in a different light though.
Absolutely.
Well, hold on though. So technically, there were people who conspired against Jesus. I mean, so conspiracies are a real thing. They aren't just theories, because in the court of law, even they happen all the time. They're proven all the time. So I don't say it's not a bad thing to talk about conspiracy theories, because they do exist.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason why people hate them is because the CIA gave him a negative connotation back in the 60s after JFK was killed by the CIA. They came out with memos basically saying that we have to, make sure that people don't like that, that they hate the phrase conspiracy theory,
Asking for a global friend. I can't disprove his point. Hey, Margin Mens, thank you for coming on. By the way, I think this Martin Mens has asked exactly the same question on a different account before. So no, not asking for a friend, probably a troll. So like I said, if you guys have any questions to get answered, hit that super chat or come in and chat. Very simple
we need to come in our chat is Baldwin.
I don't know what's up with Alwyn though. I don't know what's up with Alwyn.
Probably sleeping.
No. I don't know. He was on my show that once and he got offended and then started calling me names and I don't know.
Really?
Really having a troll fit with me and I haven't really seen him since.
Shall I put the link? Shall I put the link in? Somebody else wants to come in, yeah?
Yeah, I've got the link up.
He's on FED.
Oh, the link up?
Yeah, it's up there.
He's on FED, Flats. I mean, so he's around. It's not like he's not around.
No, he's not by me around.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes he is in my
I
chat
like
here to say hello, but that's about it.
Oh, it's all right. I
want to Skype. Sometimes.
Wow. I've lost plot here, me. What are we on about?
I've lost the plot.
Arwen.
What about Arwen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just saying he's not really around anymore since that last time he got offended because I didn't agree with him and then started having streams about how bad I am. So, yeah. Just ignore it. Like, okay.
So I think we need a baller to come on here and tell us how they know the Earth moves. Prove it to us that the Earth moves. Like, what scientific experiment did you do or have seen on YouTube even that shows us that the Earth moves? Let's get a baller on here for that.
Only on an earthquake.
Well, very exciting news. I think it's, when was it, Saturday or Sunday, I said? Phil Bell is coming to teach us thermodynamics. So we better all make sure we are...
Phil Bell?
Yeah, Professor Phil Bell. He's coming to educate us.
He said we better be notepads.
Listen.
Write things down.
Listen, before I bring my calculator, make sure Phil brings his credentials.
Aye, he's got to bring his credentials.
Aye.
That's must.
Yeah, I mean, we got to bring our calculators and notebooks. I think it's all fair.
So Dr. Clown, huh?
No, but seriously, if somebody's going to be schooling us, like, he wants to, prove he is who he says he is, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that not fair to ask?
Yeah, it's fair, because we need evidence that he really is a professor. Because we've been seeing through all the times we have been spoken to him, definitely not professor-like, especially the type of answers we've been getting.
No, exactly. Especially when he gave up on you that time, the whole 5 of them, and he still couldn't do it.
The last little argument I had with Phil, like, he did apologise to me, like, you know, I don't hate the bloke. My point is, he goes around calling us fools.
He does.
Because he thinks he's clever, and that might be the case, it might not. But
fool in the hill.
If he's going to be calling me a fool on strength that he's a professor, I want to see proof he's a professor, because I've got clips saved of his comments that make him sound stupid.
Well, should we go to where he was finally decided to chat to me on FTF show, where he was able to get white knighted with 5 people and still get totally making my point that gas pressure behavior.
That's what you get when you go to these neutral platforms, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're far from neutral.
I was about to say they're far from neutral.
I would imagine your platform is the most neutral.
Yeah, definitely. There's a big bias in a lot of them.
Wow.
Okay, gotta first get it on the okay. Then people can actually listen to what we were spoken about with gas pressure. Because he, at the end of the day, he was making my point, not gravity. Yeah, gas pressure. I think it was this one. You guys can carry on talking while I'm looking, don't worry.
How about this? Can any baller show us that you can have gas pressure without a container?
People have tried, like Billy Blue Balls, and bringing 4 containers in.
And then
They blew.
I remember that.
40 containers later.
Bobby Blacknuts. Yeah. Oh wow.
Craven Mordic. Never heard of that guy again. You know that? This Craven guy. So I wonder whose sock he was actually.
Evan Mark.
Remember that?
Yeah. It sickens me, that name.
Yeah.
It really sickens me.
And all the jokes he was making were queer based as well.
Huh.
Hmm.
Queer Eye for that Globe guy. There's a show on TV one time.
I think it was this one we had him on talking.
Mm-hmm.
So to see.
Well, that floating head, weren't it?
RT96 for $5.
It looked like
It was a floating head, but I'm trying to see which.
it looked like Queen, didn't it?
He did with a black background.
Queen?
I am not a poor boy, just his family.
Okay, I don't think it was this stream. It
Poor
was
boy
another.
from a poor family.
But it had to be that one, because I mean that's the one where we were talking about gas pressure.
You alright, Chuck? How you doing, man?
Chucking chap.
Chuck and chat. Yeah, Chuck's in chat.
Chuck, chuck, chuck,
What's up, Chuck?
chuck, chuck,
Chuck.
chuck.
Just don't up Chuck on me, please.
Was it this one maybe? Let's see. I've done so many debates with him. It's like you just don't know anymore which one.
Pick one.
I think it was this one because where he said you see the blue separated from it has to be.
Be a prevailing force of putting everything down, and then when you add in all the other forces that would be involved,
Oh my god.
That's a
you know,
cringe.
the only thing that
Oh my
I want
God.
cleared up is that you did, in that video that you showed, you did remove some frames.
Oh, there's Phil Bell. There we go.
Pressure. And
Yeah.
he
Gas
started...
behavior. Gas
Yeah,
behavior.
gas behavior. He started the whole trees make it, but I nipped that in the fucking bud, because that is such a dumb argument. Honest,
What?
trees don't fucking generate gas. That's not...
Never said trees generate
Um,
gas. But
Actually,
they
trees do. I mean,
They don't
create
generate.
something.
Yeah, they just recycle. This guy obviously never heard of photosynthesis before, but I never said
Yeah.
they generate gas. This is how moronic these guys get.
It's not how this
I
works.
beg to differ. I beg to differ.
Uh,
What do you got to be exact? Trees are definitely responsible for the oxygen we breathe, bro.
oh yeah, no
Yeah,
trees, no
it's part of the
air.
process.
Yeah, it's processing.
Right. We give them stuff, they give us stuff back.
Yeah. Dynamic system.
Yeah, that's the whole global warming thing. They are trying to remove what our nature needs, and
Exactly.
that's gonna fuck everyone up. It's gonna
Yes,
create
sir.
an even bigger problem.
Listen,
That's
these
the whole-
idiots
that's the whole-
said
that's the whole
that
point of
water
it.
vapor wasn't a
Yeah.
gas.
It's
And
just
laughed
creating
about it.
situations where we need them. Sorry,
The
Neil,
whole
I
point
couldn't
of
hear
it.
you.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
This is where he was talking to me. Okay. Okay. Gonna get Full Bell on there. You guys can listen to some of Full Bell.
over R squared does not say as a fact in its description, hey, I'm describing a force. That's not how math works.
Okay.
Who's this trigger guy?
So, yeah, look, I just wanted to have a bit of a discussion with you about your idea about what you think the second law of thermodynamics is, or thermodynamics in general. What can we start with what you think it is?
I think I've been quite plain and simple. It's about the the energy movement between systems.
Oh, energy. That's good. Yeah, yeah. So when you say energy movement between systems, be more specific. The second law of thermodynamics isn't just the energy movement.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, I mean temperatures. You get the matter that moves caused by the energy.
No,
It's
but
just
there's
got to do with it's just got to do with the relationships between the systems. That's about it.
So basically, we're talking about entropy, right?
Yeah.
Of energy.
Energy and matter. Yeah.
Yeah. No, energy.
Energy and matter. Yeah.
You see, this is why we say this guy can't be a professor. Is he saying gas isn't matter? Gas has no substance. Is that what he's trying to say?
No.
Everything is gas
Okay.
matter? Is gas a matter?
So,
Is
so
gas a
matter
gas-
matter is affected by energy. Yes, by heat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So making my point.
Right. Okay. So so let me share my screen so we can have a bit of a
I
lesson
have to
on
turn
this,
that on
okay?
1 sec.
But this was pathetic, his argument when he shows this. Look, why is that black and why is that blue?
Jeez.
You'll
Okay,
see,
should be able
it's
to screen share
crazy.
now.
And I'll just plug this in so I can draw.
Look at my drawings, cheeky monkey.
Okay, so let me just get my pencil out.
Scatter-boosh, and you do the
Presume you can see my
fandango.
whiteboard.
Thunderbolt and
Yeah.
lightning,
Yep.
very frightening, Galileo.
Phyllis Bello. Phyllis
What do
Bello,
you
you are
think
very dumb.
that means? It's a bit. Sorry, but the writing's pretty hard to do that.
Over
with a
the
mouse.
temperature,
What
yeah?
was that?
So what do we got? What do you think Q is for?
The energy over the system over the temperature.
Q is heat energy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a
Heat
spider's
energy.
been rolling around in some ink
Yeah,
and
this is
then
very hard.
crawled
But you know what
across
is
the
funny?
table.
Horrible.
But you know what is funny? When he tried to draw this up, he thought I'm not gonna know what the what it says. Like I don't know that's heat energy over the temperature. That's the sad part. Whoops.
To write with mouse.
It's difficult.
Snake.
Yeah.
Should just not be
What the
delta
fuck is
S.
this? A snake
some
is the
lessons
same as
in
a dead
Kent,
man
doesn't it?
and a horn. You know, it just looks like a snake is like the snake means a dead man and a horn. You know, that's what I see if I don't know what's up.
Yo, Jeff, how's it going, mate?
Horrible drawing.
So yes, that should be delta S. Yes, correct. And also we'll have the
Oh.
delta change in delta. Okay.
Delta.
So we're talking about heat energy, all right? So now your entire premise about why that space, because you call space fake. Do you do that?
What it's been represented as, yes, fake.
What do you mean it's represented as fake?
If you have a separate system, the gas you breathe will fill the available space
Well, why should it do that?
because entropy increases. Gas always moves to fill the available
He doesn't know
space. That's how
that.
gas moves.
You understand? This is the simplest thing to understand. Have you watched this already, Dislord?
I haven't. No.
Me, no. No, I have not.
So this is
It's
fresh-
funny,
So
to
it's
be
fresh
honest.
to you guys, but you're gonna
It's
see
funny.
it gets worse. It gets worse for him.
Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Listen, guys, right? Does this look really like a professor?
No. I mean, well, I don't know. An old one, retired maybe, or kicked out of
He
the
looks
club.
like one of my friends. You know, who would be one of my friends' father? Like old white Japanese mixture. He looks very much like one of my friends, just older.
I mean, I might be wrong. He might be a real professor, like, but I want proof.
But what's a real professor? It's someone who just agrees with the books he read and don't really care about anything else.
Exactly.
You just
Yeah.
professor stuff in it, really, like. But you know, it falls back on them credentials, like. So why can't you show them?
Yeah, I agree with Michael. He's calling us stupid and stuff like that, and he's sounding stupid.
Like one of his famous things he'll say to you is, "Which fool told you that?"
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I've had him said to me, "Which fool told you that?" And I said, "Oh, this book," and showed
The
him.
Fool on the Hill.
And if somebody that intelligent is calling us fools, then I want to see their credentials as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I P the Fool.
Can you describe what means separate system?
If
Hang
Earth
on,
is
let
an
me
open...
let me have this discussion, okay? And
Yeah,
then you can come in.
let Phil Bell finish this for now, then we'll move on.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I'll just unhook this just for now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. So your contention is that that space can't exist because the gas on the Earth would move into this space. Is that right?
Correct.
But we have a gradient already, don't we?
Which comes after.
So in other words, so no. Let's just go through the questions one at a time. So from the
Yeah,
ground,
but you're
between
already
the
jumping.
ground,
But you're jumping from point 1 to point B. You can't have delta without already having the pressure.
between the ground and let's say 100 kilometers.
See how he's ignoring what I said there? Totally ignoring, going out of his head.
There's a pressure gradient.
Pressure gradient, yeah, in the same system.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, there's a pressure gradient indefinitely.
In the same systems, yeah. But
Exponentially.
according to your globe, though, it's two different separate systems.
What do you mean it's two separate
It's an
systems?
open system, the Earth, inside the universe, a separate system.
No, I'm just talking about let's talk about the space between the ground and let's say 100 kilometers.
Same system. So you have a pressure gradient.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
So
These guys don't get pressure gradients come after having gas pressure, which comes after having the containment for the gas pressure to exist.
Exactly.
Yep. In that order.
That's why I always push on them. Difference with systems, and they can't. I don't know. It's like they don't understand what system means. That's why we get these strawmen. Oh, but we don't see any containers between pressure gradients. Why would you want a container between pressure gradients? No one's claiming that nonsense. It's the same system.
So, Keith, when you as it gets higher and higher, the pressure at the ground is around let's in imperial units, let's say 14.7 pounds per square inch, about 101.3 kilopascals. Okay, and the pressure in imperial at about 100 kilometers is like 0.0004046 pounds per square inch.
Yeah, I understand. It's just
incredibly
the
small
gradient's
amount.
getting less. Yeah.
Yeah. So why doesn't the gas at the ground rush off to where it's a very, very low pressure?
Because of gas behavior in the system.
Which
on the
gas
surface, most of the conglomerate of gases.
Hey, God is love. Watch out for Bible U. She's very good at this game. She will destroy your channel. I've known Paula for a while, and she's definitely. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the timeout.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't understand what has Paula done though.
That makes no sense at all.
Yeah,
when you come back,
Paula's been around us for years, like, and
Yeah.
Ask the person who asked if that person is religious. That might help.
I'd like to know when you get back why you're saying that, and if you come
Maybe
back,
it's not a religious person.
No reason. Then
God is love. I don't know. Is religious, but it's weird.
Yeah, and if you haven't got any reason for it, and which you haven't, you should be banned, in my opinion.
Anyway,
that's sowing discord between friends.
Yeah, I know. I don't see the reason why people have to attack Paula for nothing. So
Paula's in our group chat too. I mean, it's not like she knows what we're talking about, and she corrects us. She knows her stuff.
Sorry, Paula, I've got you back. No.
Yeah, we've got you back.
Okay.
No stress, Paula.
Yeah. A long time ago, she corrected me, so I totally get it. You know.
I have no idea, Paula, why they jumped to that conclusion.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think they should be banned. Do you know what I mean? That's not called for at all. That's sowing discord.
I've known Paula longer than I've had a channel, so that don't weigh up, does it?
No. Character. You'll be
silly.
Yeah, definitely you can see by the fruits, and Paula definitely doesn't have that character or fruits to show she's out there to sing a channel.
She'll tell us if something's wrong. She'll tell us straight up.
Yeah.
Titan Long says Paula is most
Paula is ace.
Yeah.
Okay, mate.
Paula
Okay.
rocks. Paula's even put me in my place before, so.
Yeah, all of us.
She's
her mom.
I just said Paula is wicked. I mean, where I'm
Okay, before she starts blushing so hard she falls off the chair, let's agree that she's cool, and let's move on.
Have you ever heard of never talking over people?
Yeah, but everybody was talking about the same thing, and it seemed like it was gonna get deep and long as hell.
Oh yeah,
I was talking of
Understood.
what I was going to say now, dude. I was already in the middle of a sentence.
It might be a sound thing, though. Don't forget.
Yeah, but everybody was speaking at the point where it broke in. It was like 4 people at the same time.
Okay,
Just apologize and move on.
yeah, let's
Not when
move
I was
on to pressure
left.
gradients, guys.
This lad, shut it.
Didn't mean to talk over you though.
Let's move on to pressure gradients, guys.
Wow.
Is at the bottom. Where
Sure,
the
but why doesn't it
larger
rush up
surface-
there?
You want me to answer, but you want to talk over me.
Okay,
Because
go
the
on.
larger surface area to hit, you got more collisions because you got more to hit off of. It's as simple as that. It's simple. It's literally, you got more to hit off of with more amount of gas to hit off of, and the temperature inversions. That's about it. The higher you go up, the wider the area.
That is a
the
tasty
less you-
word salad.
The higher you go,
Let me do this.
the higher you go
Sorry.
up, the higher you go up, the less you have to hit off of, so you have less collisions, and you already have the less
Press pause,
amount
please.
of gas for those collisions to happen. So, aka less pressure.
No, but tell me, why doesn't the gas just rush up there? You didn't
Because
explain
it's the
why the
same
gas.
system. I just did. It's called gas behavior.
No, but you just said the word gas behavior, but you didn't tell me why.
Sorry, can anybody repeat what I just said and how I didn't tell him why it's gas behavior?
Why is it word salad? How is it word salad? You explained it really properly and scientifically in simple terms. How is that word salad?
It's word salad because the guy doesn't understand what gas behavior is. He doesn't understand that temperature changes behavior. He doesn't understand that the volume changes behavior. He doesn't understand that everything is inversely proportional to one another. As soon as you change one thing, it changes the behavior.
Don't blaspheme.
Sorry, I wasn't meaning that. I was just the guy saying his word salad is just a friggin' numpty, as
Don't worry.
we all know.
I was talking to this Janko guy before Phil came in, and yeah, he's not even worth it. That's how he's an idiot.
Yeah,
He's really an idiot.
yeah. Obviously, sorry. I was just kind of like taken
I'm
aback by that
I'm only
terminology.
I'm only messing with your blind spot.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to blaspheme, so I've actually been working on that myself. I don't think that's a blaspheme. I've actually done a Bible study.
I look at it. I'll rephrase it a different way. Is it not taking the Lord's name in vain?
I don't think that is actually. I think I don't know. We'll have to have a discussion later on in the future because I think that's not quite what that means.
It's used as a swear word, though, isn't it?
But it wasn't really. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I'm not sure.
Well, I'll put it this way, right? You watch a film, and I guarantee you will see Jesus Christ used as a swear word.
Yeah, good point there.
And is that not taking the Lord's name in
Or
vain?
Jesus
Using
H.
his
Christ.
name for a false reason.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Very good point. I don't know. I'll think about that, but I don't do it typically because I don't like to do
I
it.
sometimes slip up and say it like because I'm used to saying it. You know,
It happened.
it does happen.
Yeah. Anyways, my point is it still stands.
No,
that
we're
this
having a
guy
go at you,
doesn't.
dude. Sorry, man.
Yeah, he doesn't understand what word salad means. Go look at what word salad means. There's nothing about what Flat said in there that doesn't make sense. It was simple. He said it in a simplistic way. My gosh, it was so eloquent and simple. I don't know how anybody could say it's word salad. You know, that's empty. Fucking empty. Sorry, go on.
Let's talk about gas behavior.
Avogadro's law, Dalton's law, Boyle's law. Which one you want? Charles
Okay.
Booslet's law.
Dalton's law is called. Do you know what Dalton's law is?
What about Bell's
Yes,
law?
the conglomerate of the gases.
No, it's just simply equal pressures. Yeah, it's a law.
The
of equal
conglomerate of the gases.
pressure. It's nothing to do with what you're talking about.
He doesn't know.
Dalton's law is the conglomerate of the gases. It's all the gases together to make this the 14.7 psi in the system. It's the partial pressures created to make the full pressure conglomerate of gases. And he tells me it doesn't have anything to do with it. It's like, what? This is why I laugh when he says he's a professor, guys. It's this type of idiocy. It's really, it makes me really question his how can I put it? His credentials.
But hold on, professor of what?
I have no idea. But he apparently
Because professor is a wide range of things. Not if you're a professor, you don't know everything.
Do you want an answer?
Yeah.
Professor Messer.
Okay.
Well,
You know what I'm saying
apparently-
though? If you're a professor, you have a certain range of knowledge that you're really great at, and if you go outside that range, you're not quite as competent because you aren't. You know.
Black guys, thank you for coming. Doing well, thanks in yourself.
Into the
To
break.
black guys.
Into
That's
the
racist,
break.
Flatzoid.
Gas has nothing to do with gas.
Oh, black eyes. Okay.
Black guys, yeah.
Black eyes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, gas has nothing to do with gas. That's practically what he's saying.
Hey Jeff. How's it going, mate?
Jeff Conkle, he's ace.
Or what we
It has
both
everything to do with it because it's the mixture of gases in the same system. Are you denying that there's a mixture of
So,
gases in the same
I need
system
you
now?
to explain why the gas
Dude,
at the ground.
Are you?
doesn't
You're not
reach
answering
the top.
me. You're not answering me. Are you denying that there's a mixture of the gases in the same system, Phil?
Of course, I'm not denying that.
So Dalton's law then it applies.
No, Dalton's
And what
law
does-
is
and what does-
a way of measuring that.
And what does Dalton's law specify for these pressures?
It says that you add the pressures.
It has a percentage
it-
of pressure based on the.
You add the pressures, the different pressures. Different gases will have different pressures.
Great.
And
Pressure gradients.
No,
Wow.
that's not how it works. It's actually
Bruh.
Yeah.
homogeneous.
Yeah. Pressure or something.
I'm off for my PhD tomorrow.
But that's just I'm gonna
Professor
really
of
be
crapology.
I'm really gonna be excited when he's gonna come so-called educate us in thermodynamics, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to get my notepad and my
Very
calculator.
excited.
Make sure it's a scientific calculator.
Yeah, scientific calculator. I'll get a scientific notepad as well. How's about that?
But make sure you let him talk, though. Let the guy talk a lot, because he'll eventually hurt himself.
Oh yeah, but he said he'll come on one condition: if he can give us a full lecture without us interrupting him. And I said, oh, that's fine. I want him to give
Okay.
us a full lecture without interrupting, because then afterwards we can ask him
Tear it
about
apart.
this and why are you contradicting yourself with this and And I asked
Why
him,
does
please bring a demonstration.
Why does he think that he can't come and present without being talked over? Like,
I have no idea.
Because, you know,
I
you
mean,
might attack him.
everybody's seen on my channel. I let the people present, and I don't. I let them talk. So I don't know.
the only reason I attack him, and I admit I attack him, the only reason is because he calls me a fool. Because I'm a flat earther.
Yeah, and you're waiting for his credentials.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for his credentials. Like.
Tell him you're the fool on the hill.
Credentials, Phil, and I'll let you fucking call me a fool for 2 hours. Fetch him first, sir.
That's part of gas behavior, mate.
So,
you
no, I
understand
need
the
to know
different
what
density-
gas behavior.
So the different
which part
densities of gas.
behavior.
So the different densities of gases would give different behaviors, different percentages of movement.
No. Oh my
But that's
god.
not what
Draco,
happens.
Draco, can you show some respect and shut up while I'm talking, please?
But
You
that's-
weren't talking.
But that's,
We are talking.
We weren't talking.
We weren't talking.
But he's
What?
responding
That's
to.
weird.
But he's
He's a bloody
responding to me.
ventriloquist then, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's responding.
That's weird.
He's responding.
You
to what I'm
wasn't talking,
saying.
you was babbling to him.
But he says, yeah, but he
Then
says.
it's okay.
Babylon. Babylon.
Oh, wow. But this is how idiotic these people are.
Talking. Me
not
and
what
Professor
happens.
Val are talking.
but that's not what happens, Flatzoid. I want to know.
That is what happens. We can demonstrate.
I want to
this.
know what gas behavior specifically would stop the gas from at 14.7 psi from rising to 100 to 100 kilometers. Why would that stop? What stops it?
The gas
Look at the background.
behavior, temperature,
I-
pressure, and area. They all intermingled with each other. They are.
Check at him. It looks like he's going to
Together-
have a stroke. They don't like gas behavior, guys. They don't like it.
Why?
Because it tells you it's not gravity pulling gas, go down, go boom, boom. It's the behaviors of gas that give the pressure gradients, which they so badly want gravity to be the reason.
It's their god.
Uh-huh.
You know, like you got your ideal gas law for a reason.
Yeah, the ideal gas law applies in small small containers, so it wouldn't apply to the atmosphere.
Your atmospheric gradient actually relies on the ideal gas law with a Boltzmann's constant.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen-
What's the Boltzmann constant? What's Boltzmann's constant? Phil?
Boltzmann's curve is a way of describing energy compared to the.
See, I said, what's with constant now? It's going on Boltzmann's curve. That's called dishonesty. When you ask a certain, very specific question, and he goes and talks about totally something else, it shows you he's just
Straw man
dishonest.
answer.
Yeah, he's dishonest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, when he put that bag over his head, he was making my point. You need a container.
Huh. Look at that background with that all
he
that crap
loves
in the
it.
background.
Yeah, he loves that stuff on the TV.
Yeah, that's always on.
Jeez.
Particles.
Thank you. So the gas, the
How
amount of
did that
gas
work?
due to the area and the temperature change gives you your pressure gradient. Thank you very much.
No, it doesn't actually.
Well,
Okay, so-
you literally just saying "nuh-uh" while I'm explaining it to you over and over. in
You
different
didn't
ways.
explain it. You didn't explain it at all.
Okay,
What? Okay, did I explain or not, guys?
You babbled it.
Yeah.
I babbled it.
You were just word salad. You were just using word salad.
Yeah, I used word salad while bringing up gas laws for him
Yummy, yummy.
and telling him what the
Word
gas
salad.
laws cause with gases. Oh, wow.
He might be a
I
little
like
slow.
salad. I like salad.
Is
Pass the
temperature
ranch sauce,
and-
please.
Sorry?
Pass the ranch sauce, please.
No, the actual.
Is
no, stop
pressure-
a minute. Let me finish. What stops a particular gas particle from reaching from going from the ground to 100 kilometers? Let's take a particular gas particle. What stops it?
Nothing, you dummy.
when you have pressure and temperature
Wow,
inversely
Neil, that was
proportional to one
brilliant.
another, what happens?
No, I just want to know what stops a particular gas particle. Don't ask me questions. Just answer my question.
Everything. The area is expanding, so the volume is expanding. It's losing pressure. It's losing temperature. Therefore, it cannot have enough collisions to have a higher pressure.
It's losing kinetic energy. Would you agree with that?
Gas loses kinetic energy on an atomic scale.
Yeah. Only intermolecularly.
There is another scale.
Molecular, yeah?
Yeah,
Molecularly.
okay.
So, in other words, if it's very hot, it's jiggling around a lot. And if it's
Good.
cold, it's moving around less. This is
Yes,
simple
good.
gas behavior, mate.
And if it gets really cold,
Hey, Faciality, good to see you, mate. Thank you for your $5 super chat.
If it gets really
gets
cold,
cold.
put the jumper on, Phil.
I think it's cold.
Thank you very much for your $5 super chat, Faciality. Really, really appreciate it. It says, Full Bell should know all about gas law. All the balls he puts air into in this gym class demonstration, gas pressure professor of PE. Thank you very much for the super chat, Faciality. Really appreciate it. I hope you would tune in for when he comes to educate us on thermodynamics on Sunday. Really looking forward to that. Thank you again for your super chat. But yeah,
You
it's
can see how much Greg want to say something.
Oh yeah, he wants to. But you see, he's fighting in his own mind because he knows what it is. What I'm saying is true. Because Full Bell loves to do this, and I've realized all the anti-flat earthers actually maybe learned this from Full. Kinetic energy is used up, but they misunderstanding that gas never stops moving. Gas has elastic collisions, so the kinetic energy is only on an intermolecular level. The gas will always move in the same vector and only change direction with a collision. Only way those intermolecular bonds can stop moving is if it gets to 0 Kelvin, and there's no place in history or nature that can create 0 Kelvin. We don't get 0 Kelvin in nature. So therefore the gas can only move on. And the reason we're still breathing shows that we do have containment, because it hits something and comes back.
Yeah, it moves slower.
it moves around much less, doesn't
But
it?
gas is what you called elastic collision. It only changes direction with collision. So therefore, if a gas is going up and you still find gas pressure there, that means it's hitting off of something.
What do you mean it's hitting off of something?
It can only change direction with a collision.
Or with force.
We both agreed that it would slow down the higher up it's gone.
Not to stop. It will never stop though.
Well,
Can you show me
it's not
anywhere?
going- No,
can
of
you
course
show
it's
me
not going to
anywhere?
stop.
Yeah, can you show me anywhere where there's 0 Kelvin?
But there'll be some. No, of course not. But there's going
So
to
there
be.
we go.
No. Listen, who says the gas at 100 kilometers is stopped? It doesn't
You
mean that
are
it keeps
claiming-
moving upwards. It can move in all directions, can't it?
Yeah, that's what gas does. It's gas behavior. It moves in all directions constantly.
Because you got
Right, good.
containment,
So-
you meatball.
So
Exactly.
What Neil said, I'm in accordance.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. I mean, this is the most simplest of things, and they just can't grasp it.
the gas that's at the bottom, let's follow a particular gas molecule, would lose its kinetic energy as it goes up. Because, like you agreed, it gets colder and colder and move less, right?
Moves less moves less, but it still goes the same direction constantly
Like you know,
until it
kinetic-
hits until it has another collision. It can only change direction with collisions. It's elastic collisions, mate.
No, but eventually it'll get to the point where it just doesn't have kinetic energy to get any further.
False. We just said that it can never reach 0 degree Kelvin, so it can
No,
never
but that's-
reach a
that
point where it
explains
will
it.
just stop moving.
I didn't say it stops. I just said that to a point. Let me show you a picture, okay? Let me share something else with you. Okay, and then we can discuss it in terms of this. Okay. Just 1 second.
1 second.
Please hold.
Please hold while I try and figure out how am I going to strawman your argument further.
You're not sharing your screen, Phil.
Yeah, it's all right. No, I'm just preparing it first.
Right.
Do you know? In fact,
Yeah.
I've had a Glober.
Right, let's have a look.
I've had a Glober text me on WhatsApp saying that they're a Glober as well. Like, this guy's annoying as hell. He's a bell end.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the fresh prof of Bel Air.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this, okay?
Okay.
This is where the idiocy starts, guys. This you thought it was bad. Watch this.
Okay, you see that thin blue area above the ground, above the earth?
Yeah, it's caused by the atmo being thicker.
Okay, so you can see that thin blue area. And then you can see the really black area that's above it.
Much less air, yeah.
Why isn't that blue area just expanding into the black area?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
That's racist.
So, without him realizing, he's debunked his own arguments. So, where's the container? I mean, where's the container then? Correct? That's what he's trying to say? So he's trying to say, where's the container? It's the same system. So, in other words, there's no space vacuum. It's the same system.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't get the
Yeah,
pressure
they don't
gradients.
get the container.
Yeah, the
They
pressure
think Earth is
gradient.
just open right up to the black.
Exactly. He doesn't understand. That's their boundary line for between space and Earth.
I don't think there's no such thing as a non-solid container, like Paula said earlier.
Wow, I want to see someone take a non-solid container to hold something. There's no such thing as a non-solid container. It defeats the argument of what a definition of what a container is. To contain things, and usually that's physical.
Because it's
But
in
yeah.
the same system.
Now, what's stopping it?
Gas behavior.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you're not giving me specifics about what's stopping.
Phil, maybe you don't get it. The gas is moving slower when it's higher up, correct?
Yeah, so that's why it's
Listen.
in that blue area, right?
And there's less
Doesn't
collisions.
go. Not much of it. Not
There's
much of it
less-
goes into the black area, right?
There's less collisions higher up. Remember, Phil?
Of course, there's less
Less-
collisions. It's a
less
hell of a lot
mo-
less gas.
Yeah, and less molecules, Phil. So that's why you
Naturally.
have that black area.
But why? Why?
Why?
So doesn't the blue stuff move into the black stuff?
Gas behavior, it's in
Keep
the
saying
same
gas-
system.
Is Phil basing
Are you-
his gas
keep
behavior
saying
on the
that.
picture?
Yes.
What a moron.
He keeps asking me the same thing over and over, and I keep answering him over and over, and he still doesn't get it.
It's a bit like, what if I'm up a mountain with a sextant? It's like, if you're up a mountain with a sextant, you want stupid sailor, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I took my nautical sextant to Mount Everest. You know why? So I can show we don't use the surface of the Earth while I'm looking at the surface of Earth.
Not unless you were on the not unless you were on Noah's Ark. You're not going up there. Not,
Is a billet man who thinks he's like got gotchas or something.
if you're up the mountain with a sextant, that boat took a big detour. I'm telling you.
He's either really stupid or he uses his smartness to like come up with ideas to try and catch you out.
No danger.
I don't know which. That's why I need some credentials off him.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. Credentials. Squad agrees. I guarantee Squad will agree.
They always ask us for our credentials.
I was joking. I was
Yep.
joking. Spud.
No, they do.
If I were going around saying I were a professor, all balls would be like, I want to see, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spell.
Do you know the difference between
now,
no,
all
Phil,
right,
do you know
all
I'm
right,
gonna ask you a
let's-
question now. I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know the
Yeah.
difference between a separate system and a single system?
What's a separate system would imply that there's more than one system. Okay.
According to your globe, the Earth is an open system which is separate to the universe, which is an isolated system. So two separate systems. According to the second law of thermodynamics, what happens when you remove the partition between the two systems?
First of all, Earth is a closed
Oh,
system.
Gas filled.
Yeah.
There's a closed system.
Gas filled to available volume.
So, guys, you heard that guy. Earth is a closed system. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's nothing to
Then
do
we
with
must have a physical dome they can explain us about, you know, and how they are able to go through a physical dome. You know, let's hear that.
They do
Nice
magic
one.
tricks.
Transwarp speed.
Nice one, Guns and Everyone. Bless you, man.
Yeah, hey, Guns. Good to see you, mate.
that.
It's not a closed system because
Yes,
you
it
claim
is.
to have astronauts leaving the Earth.
It's not relevant.
Yes. What is a closed system?
Bruh.
You hear what he's saying? It's a closed system, and then I say, okay, but you guys are claiming for matter to leave, so therefore it can't be closed. He says that's not relevant.
Is Craig taking a dump?
It looks like it.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
It's a closed house, but there's a hole in the roof, but you can't see the hole.
Hey, it has a chimney, okay? We go through the chimney, okay?
Yeah, so there's a hole, you just don't really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I want to know, if something's a closed container, okay, how would something be going through it if it's closed?
It shimmers through like the Flash does, right? He vibrates so fast, and then he goes through the container.
Mm-hmm. It's magic.
Spud. I was only messing about. I was just basically saying Phil's stupid. I said to Spud, I reckon you adore Phil's intelligent mind or something like that. I was just messing about. I just feeling silly.
But not understand what you were saying.
No, I was just messing about.
Let me just
Thermodynamics.
finish this with Flatzoid.
What's a closed system? What's a closed system in thermodynamics, Phil?
No problem.
Because you agreed with him it's a closed system. What is a closed system in thermodynamics?
Well, it just means that matter doesn't get in or out, but energy can.
Thank you. So where are the astronauts claiming to go?
Well, up here in that black area.
So leaving through a closed system, Phil? Matter.
No.
We're nothing compared to mass of gas and
Hang on,
Earth.
let me finish this.
Come on, let's
Sorry.
this, please.
So, Flatzoid, you understand what a model means?
Yes.
Yeah, it means bullshit.
Wow, it's not science, that's for sure.
But did you hear what he says? I asked him, do you know what a closed system means? He says, yes, only energy can transfer through a closed system, no matter. And I said, but you guys are claiming astronauts are going through this closed system. He doesn't get how he's contradicting his own statement.
Emphasis on the not. Astronaut.
Astronauts, yeah. Astronauts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the moon.
Astronauts to the moon.
Oh, God.
So I just want to say one thing, then I'll shut up, I guess. But basically, they don't do science. They do math, models, assumptions, and they do predictions. They don't do science.
Nope.
They're not doing anything with science. They're not talking about science. They're just playing the game of, you know, what if we had this, and then we had an equation that matched this, and then we would predict with a model, and it would tell us this, and that's not science, folks.
Well, if they want to do science, they would have to observe something in nature first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, what are they observing in nature?
Nothing.
I don't know. Fart?
Made by a unicorn.
It's got nothing
Do you understand that?
about
Do you understand
thermodynamics
that?
at all.
Do you understand that it's modeled as a closed system, not that it is a closed system?
Yes, because it has to be modeled as a closed system because it violates natural law. Congratulations.
No, Pete, that's not what's happening. It's
That's
modeled
exactly
as a closed system. It's modeled as a closed system because compared to all of that mass on the Earth, very little of it ever leaves.
Sorry. According to thermodynamic systems, a closed system says no matter may leave or enter the system. Not little bit of percentage of amounts or large. No matter can leave. Do you understand what no matter means?
Try to follow what I'm saying, okay?
Dude, I'm teaching you thermodynamics.
No,
as we're going along. You don't even know what a closed system is.
He didn't like that when I said.
No, he didn't.
And yeah, I was educating him there.
But they all
What's
go,
a closed-
imagine this.
Yeah.
Imagine.
But you
Gotta
understand?
sing the Imagine song.
Yeah, but I mean, like when they're talking about it's modeled as a closed system, yeah. Just because it's modeled closed doesn't make it physically keeping matter from leaving the system. Just because it's modeled that way, models don't make reality.
Right. Math is reality.
It's crazy.
System. What's a closed system in thermodynamics
Listen,
again? No,
I
listen.
told you.
What's
I
a closed
told you,
system in
matter
thermodynamics?
doesn't enter or leave the system. That's a closed system. Okay?
So is Earth a closed system?
Not ideal.
Technically, no. But modeling,
Thank you.
it's modeled as a closed system.
So because it violates natural law. Exactly. Thank you very much.
No, nothing to do with it.
What would
That's got to
happen?
be a concession against models, surely.
Yeah. He's chopping and changing as he pleases through his models because he knows they contradict reality.
And this is what I mean about him. Like, it is either totally stupid, or he uses his brains and everything he's learned to twist to his own devices, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but wouldn't that, Michael? Wouldn't that be something that might wake you up? You know, like when you're presented with all of this, and you twist it and you turn it and you're fighting to the point where you're saying it's modeled that way.
Yeah,
Come on, somewhere
I
it's
truly
gotta
think
click.
I truly think, Neil, that they all know.
Of course,
They can't be this silly.
There's got to be some awareness about it.
How do people who are not professors come to this understanding and see through all this shit?
There's got to
He
be
just learns from his own idols, though. He's doing the same thing his own idols do. Neil deGrasse Tyson and all the other phonies. It's the same thing.
You could say he's got that much invested in whatever he's into. You know, he can't see it but I don't know.
They've got to have a certain degree.
I really find it hard to understand that it can be so clever but so stupid.
Of course.
It's like, here's our model. Imagine how it works. Now take the model away. Now it works. Now it doesn't work. You know.
Got to have a certain degree of understanding, surely. You know. Surely.
Yeah.
of awareness. They've got to know that some of the evidence, most of the evidence, they've got to know that the evidence that we're presenting is real. It's empirical. Do you know what I mean? It's not made up like theirs is. It's with circular reason.
Exactly, Anthony. That's why I keep saying I want to see his credentials.
Yeah.
An open system, if it was based in thermodynamic systems, like entropy law, what would happen if it was an open system, Phil?
It is, technically, it is an open system. In other words, the gas particles actually do leave the Earth.
Again, Phil, what would happen based on thermodynamics if it was an open system? What would happen?
Nothing more than what's happening now.
No, thermodynamics, the law of entropy says
spontaneously.
That is game over for his argument, though, isn't it?
Spontaneously and instantly.
Gas particles leave Earth, then you're dead, Phil. You can't breathe, mate.
It will go spontaneously and instantly. He knows this. He must know it. He just won't say it. He won't concede.
Tell me again why gravity's selective for him on which gas particles stay behind and which don't. Very selective.
Fine, pal.
Not bad for a pseudo force.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they don't even have a force to pull gas down.
Yeah, but you can look at this another way. Like, you can use him. You know, he's a professor, and what he's saying, we can use that for our benefit.
Use them and abuse them.
All the available. It's called increase in entropy. Are you claiming entropy to be? Are you saying entropy's bunk? Are you literally saying entropy's bunk here?
Entropy is to do with has got to do with the entropy of energy. Okay.
And gases. Have you ever seen the?
What?
Let's do this just for Mr. Phil Bell.
Phil Bell's.
Entropy is a scientific concept as well as a measurable physical property that is most commonly associated with the state of disorder, randomness, and uncertainty. Scientific concepts are used in diverse fields. Classical thermodynamics, informative theory, statistical physics. What is classical thermodynamics, guys? A classical thermodynamics is a description of state of thermodynamic systems at near equilibrium that uses microscopic measurable properties. It's used to model exchanges of energy, work, and heat based on laws of thermodynamics. The quantified classic reflects the facts that represent the first level of understanding the subject of developing the 19th century, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it doesn't really help you because you're supposed to...
Can I butt in?
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's totally off subject, right? But I'm just going to comment off Wiggles. It's called a circle of equal altitude, not a radius of equal altitude.
Radius. What?
Oh wow.
Who said that again?
Wiggles.
Wiggles.
When?
Wiggles is a joke.
I know.
Is Wiggles
He's
in?
around?
I don't even see him.
He's in my comments.
Oh, in yours, okay.
Yeah, just
Wow.
Okay.
I've been bantering with him for the last 15 minutes.
Guys, what does it say here? And this is from Glenn Research Center, guys. Entropy of a gas.
Yeah.
Of course.
Their rockets work on entropy of a gas. Correct?
As far as I know.
What did Phil
That's Wonder Von Braun.
Yeah, what did Phil Bell tell us? Tell him, no, it's just got to do with energy.
Listen, right? Look at this comment from Anthony. Pumice floats on water, right? This is up his own ass Phillies, right? He couldn't even understand when somebody were pulling wool over his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he started the pumice stone would sink, correct?
Yeah, he actually calculated how fast it'd sink. Like.
Shout out to Sleeping Warrior. He's in your chat.
Yeah, Sleeping Warrior is ace.
That's problem, right? They're that clever and they're that smart. They don't. Common sense is gone.
Because you see, but you see, that's what I love. Math can show it to be wrong. He mathematically deduced that the pumice stone would sink. Correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
And does it sink?
No.
So math lied then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Math is not reality. It's
Well,
just
math
descriptive
can't
based.
lie, but you can lie with it. You can
Yeah.
lie by using
Yeah,
it.
you can lie about maths.
Yeah.
Like stats too, statistics and
It's just
math,
a description.
Yeah.
It's descriptive based.
It sure ain't reality.
It quantifies.
If you can math put me sinking, you show it me in reality.
Yeah. But like I said, you can math unicorn farts. Does that make unicorn farts real?
Yes, they smell great.
Absolutely.
Smells like cherries and rainbows.
Who doesn't buy a pound of unicorn farts?
You smell what's
See,
cooking.
That's how much Phil. It was that busy trying to debunk Anthony with maths and shit. It didn't even common sensely think that. Hold on a minute, pumice don't sink, it floats.
Maybe unicorn farts is the basis for gravity.
Ooh.
That's the problem with these ballers like this.
Tasty.
They're trying to make flat earthers look stupid.
Because they try to use math thinking that like Adam is a mathematician, right? They say, right? So but the rest of us, they think, oh, these are just dumb old people. They don't know what math, how to use math, and like they don't know that I took Calculus 3 in college, so I know a great deal about math myself. Been a while, and I do know they use math to fuddle up reality, to fuddle the facts. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that, Robert. Shout out to Neil because he does wear his heart on his sleeve, and let that be a lesson to us all.
Shout out to Neil. Yeah, Neil's
Neil's
useful for us. He says what he says. He's like Popeye. Yeah, remember that old saying Popeye says?
Do you know? And is Neil here?
Yes, he's somewhere here.
He's in the chat.
When I think of
me and Neil are like twins, mate.
Yeah.
When I think of Neil, it's like when Timon and Pumbaa, where Timon says for Pumbaa, "Hold me back, hold me back."
Put him up the Dukes. Come on.
Isn't that pink cap thing? Put him up. Sounds
or
good.
the Sylvester cartoon where like he's gonna fight this kangaroo. He's all like, getting all into it, and then the kangaroo goes boom really hard, and he's all, oh, damn. I don't know what it's a Looney Tunes cartoon. I don't know. It's a kangaroo versus
His feet.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that cartoon, but
I can bring you up actual
It's got to do with the energy.
classes from MIT talking about gases and kinetic energy,
I've
thermodynamics.
seen what you got, and what you're looking at there, Steve, is a model.
No, thermodynamics is not a
Okay.
model; it's a natural law. Do you know the
Related
difference
to
between
energy,
a model?
not matter. Gases are matter.
Do you know what the difference? Do you know what the
models.
Do you know what the difference
So,
between
Keith-
natural law and models are?
So, Keith, what would stop something from moving into that black area, like a spacecraft?
a barrier.
It's the same system. It's not moving
No,
anywhere.
what would
There's still gas
stop
there.
it? What would stop a spacecraft from moving into that system, up into that black area?
Based on reality or on your reification?
I'm just talking about
fake model.
you just have a look at the. You agree that black area exists, right?
Hold on a minute. So, what would stop that spacecraft? What would stop that gas?
Exactly. But you see how he's trying to obfuscate from the point there. He's trying to change what the argument's being presented.
Crafty.
Like in their world, gas can exist in a vacuum. That's so weird. Like these balls of gas and these clouds of gas can exist, and it's something that they call a vacuum of space, or kind of weird.
Yeah.
It is weird, isn't it? But you know, when you're normal, like when I were a baller, you didn't get out like that at fart, did you? Because you just tell that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
When you look into it, it's like, oh, well, it's stupid that. You know?
Just less
What?
atmo for the light to not be able to light
So what
it
would
up.
stop a spacecraft from getting, or a satellite from getting in there, from getting up there?
Okay, so we're basing it on the globe then.
No. I just want you to know what would just answer specific.
There's no
questions.
such thing as a spaceship to be able to go in and out. That's the whole point. You're
Would a
trying
spaceship be able to go into this black area that we're looking at? Obviously,
if it's the same system, yes. If it's the same system, yes.
You can see that from a high altitude balloon, can't you?
If it's the same system, yes.
Yeah, so a spacecraft can get up there.
In the same system, yes. Not if it's a separate system. According to Globe, it's a separate system, Phil.
No. Who said it's a separate system?
Thank you very much, Faciality, for your $5 super chat, mate. Really, really appreciate it. He says, Baller showing Earth curve with photos from 130k feet high is retarded. Turn the camera 90 degrees and 180 degrees if you have the same arc that cannot be a sphere. Exactly. That's a good point. Because if they do have the same, then it shows you it's just field of view. Well done. Thank you very much for the super chat, Faciality. Really, really appreciate it. You rock. Thank you.
Earth is you just said an open system.
The pressure gradient just keeps going on and on and on.
You just said the Earth is a open system. Do you know what a system means, Phil?
Technically speaking, it is, yes.
So it's a separate system, Phil.
To what?
The Earth is separate to the universe.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
isolated
The
from
Earth
the
inside
universe.
the universe.
Yeah. We're all in
The Earth
space
is a
right
system
now.
within the isolated system of the universe.
No. The Earth is a separate system within the isolated universe. So two separate systems after saying no. He says no, but then repeats it as two separate systems.
Huh.
Ha.
A system within a bigger system.
Yeah. It's like taking a fish tank and sticking a small fish tank in the fish tank and saying, no, it's not two separate fish tanks.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Wow.
Smells fishy.
Separate systems. Congratulations.
Right, we've got beauty here. Rubinson Gideon says if you take a vacuum chamber and bring it to the dark area and open it, the gas up there will rush into that vacuum. That dark area is supposed to be a vacuum, man.
First of all, Rubinson, no, because the vacuum chamber you're using is a container, by the way, will not have the same amount of vacuum than that dark area. Actually, it has more pressure than that dark area. So the amount of gas in that chamber you bring up will actually evacuate to the area around it because it has a lower pressure.
Okay, I gotta address something here. Have you ever seen that show where these two guys tried to bunk things? So one time they had a tanker, it was empty.
Yeah.
Mythbusters.
They pulled the pressure out of it and it collapsed.
Mythbusters.
Tank.
Mythbusters.
Yes. So how can a ship be in space when space is supposed to be a really, really, really like crazy, strong, high, like 1 to the 8 times 10 to the 16th, negative 16th Tor, or I forget whatever it is, you know.
10 to
Dude,
17.
have you seen any channels modeling that, you know, that sub thing, that Titan?
Titan sub.
Just
not sure.
You know that little Titan sub that disappeared and then they said it had
Yes.
It imploded
crushed?
on itself,
Yes.
yeah.
Have you seen them modeling it?
No.
It like crushes instantaneously, like split second, gone.
Yeah.
And
Killed
it
everybody
implodes.
in it
Yeah.
instantly, right? Imagine that in
Bad.
space. It's opposite. It just blows up.
It explodes
As soon
out.
as you've got an hole, no matter what size, it just blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You can't have a dumper tea. There's just dirt. We've just got a leak.
So what kind of ship in space can withstand the rigors of all the pressure being pushed on the walls of the ship?
Well-
What materials do you need for a ship to be able to go in space and explore space?
Well, let's put it this way: the Sandusky, Ohio vacuum chamber.
6 feet, concrete.
It's the big.
Yeah.
It's the biggest vacuum chamber in the world. It gets the lowest vacuum we can, which is 10 to the minus 6 Tor. Okay.
Right.
Now, when you go,
That's still not good
yeah. Now, when you're going supposedly where the ISS is, it's I think almost 10 to the minus 17 Tor already. No,
Well, yeah,
that's
you're high
10 to the
enough.
minus 11 Tor. That's 10 to the minus 11 tall by the ISS, apparently.
Right, you're still kind of like
That's double.
Supposedly 250 miles above or so. Yeah, yeah.
We can't
Supposedly,
even.
I don't
yeah,
think
we can't replicate even close to it. But they are able to have a tin can aluminium floating around there with holes in it.
I mean, what is it claimed to be made out at ISS?
Aluminium, isn't it? Aluminum. What? How do you guys say it in America? Aluminum.
Aluminum.
So
it's
Sandusky is like 6 feet of concrete, I think it is, right?
Yep, yep. With a whole bunch of rebar and metal and iron, and it's
What kind of ship would that make?
What do you call Moonlander, Flatzoid? Scaffolding and what?
Scaffolding and paper mache.
The point is, it makes no sense that they talk about things going up in space, and I don't think they understand the pressure happening.
I mean, look at that one so-called astronaut that was up. He says the alum was so thin that you could poke your finger through it.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy. And somehow that goes in space and withstands the vigors of the pressure. Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool story.
This is where a belief takes over common sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just insane.
They're literally inside each other, my guy.
Two separate systems. So you telling me if you
are your bones not part of your body?
If you let's take a
are your bones different from your body?
This guy's a moron.
Your bones are inside your body.
If you take a
answer the question.
It's a false equivocation. Now,
no,
if you take,
yes,
if you take a
I've got an exoskeleton.
That is a false equivocation. When we talk about gas behavior in different systems, what has your bones in your body got to do with gas behavior? Bones do not act like gas, do they? This guy's.
But they could.
He's an idiot.
Fish tank. Or let's take.
But one.
Yeah, I mean, you even got more layers of skin.
But one interesting fact, though, is that if you were in a vacuum, your bone would degas. That means all the gas inside your bone will seek to fill the available volume and leave your bones, go and boil your blood, leave your blood, go through your skin, and evacuate your body.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, sounds like fun dying that way. I mean, look at that one astronaut that when they tried to put him in just a normal vacuum chamber and the so-called pipe came loose, he
killed him.
Yeah, instantaneously the saliva on his tongue started boiling, and he passed out. He almost died, and that was instantaneously, not even at a strong vacuum. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys want to finish this?
You really have to be a science denier, don't you, to believe this space shit?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all for tonight. We don't need to go on with that. It's kind of late.
10 on 10, where we're at. 11, where you're at.
11. So, this is why I say...
oh, no, that was it. It's only 10 o'clock. What's up here?
Yeah, by you, it's 10.
It's been a decent show.
I have to get up at 5 a.m. again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But this is the busiest man I know.
It is. It really
is, absolutely. Without a doubt.
I'm just happy I didn't have to work late tonight. This is the first time I didn't have to work late in 2 weeks. So that was nice. But tomorrow night is late again. Oh.
So you said Phil Bell comes on Sunday, you said?
I think, yeah, Sunday.
I can't wait, mate. I really can't.
He's going to come educate us, guys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We're all dumb
bring your
people,
calculators and notepads.
Your calculators and scientific notepads. Scientific pen as well.
I've had ballers trying to educate me for about 2 years.
How's it working out?
I'm
It's
all
not working out good for them.
I'm all for learning, guys. I'm all for learning, but I'm going to call a guy out on his bullshit if he's trying to teach me bullshit.
Right.
You know, the problem that none of them realize is that we all believe that crap. Yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
We weren't born flat earthers.
Nope.
Right.
And they have to
Exactly.
learn us. We live. And it's not like that. We all believe that same shit. We were all taught that same shit at school. We're calling it.
No,
out.
we weren't taught it. We were indoctrinated into
Well,
it.
yeah, we're
Right.
indoctrinated
Right.
or whatever. Like, but
I used to love the whole. I used to love the whole the Voyager missions, that Saturn pictures back from Saturn, and they would show us in the magazine. And I used to love going in the store and reading about that, seeing the cool picture they would show us, and
I'm
was
going
pretty
to be
cool.
honest with you, though, dude. You know, when I was at school, I can't remember being taught a lot of heliocentrism. Like,
I don't think we were. I don't remember. I remember it was the media that taught me.
that's where I lean to as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did get taught, like, you know, your solar system and that, like, but it weren't like shoved down your neck all that much. Like, it was just like, this is where we live, and that were at a young age.
Yeah.
And you might have questions, and they had a few answers, like, but
Yeah.
like when I got to like secondary school, I can't really think that it were ever mentioned.
Yeah. I don't think it was much.
Well, if you look at the people behind the changes in the school curriculum, were the Rockefellers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So-
Gates was involved too a little bit.
Like when their hands are in it, it's like, yeah, I'm suspect.
So you guys mind
That's
if
a conspiracy.
do you guys mind if we do closing statements?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Who's first? Me. My
Anyway.
closing statement: heliocentrism is bullshit.
I second that.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you beat me to that. I was gone from the mic.
But
It's bullshit.
I am looking forward to getting taught all this new knowledge from Phil Bell.
Yeah, bring your fountain pen, your graph paper, and your scientific calculator. What a joke.
And a load of coffee.
Grigori says, "Did you do math in school?"
Who's this? Oh, it's
Yeah,
you.
you taught math in school all through school, like.
All right, who's next for our closing statement?
I think it's a bit difficult to go through school without doing maths, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Only time I went and taught math at school is when I was in infant school, and then you're allowed to play. I think you were like last year in infant school, they might have started giving you a bit of maths, and then you went to junior and you did maths, and then you went to com and you did maths.
Yeah,
But-
I like to play in infant school.
Yeah, I was taught it all my life, mate.
My closing statement is, you can't have gas pressure without a container.
Absolutely.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Dare you, sir?
Yeah, I'll okay. Look, yeah,
I stamp that with a capital T.
little facts. Oh, we're doing little fact statements at the end then. Okay, you can't have R and an ablate spheroid. A fact.
I'm still adamant that Globers don't know the difference between measurement and calculation.
Absolutely.
They
They're
don't.
dumb.
Yes.
They don't know what.
Yes.
They don't know what a system means, what containment means, and they stuck in the world of fantasy with gravity and not even knowing what it is. That's my closing statement.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm sad, heartbroken over what Jaren and Dell are doing, but my heart will go on.
Mm-hmm.
It will. It will.
Yeah, Grigori, yeah, we were taught trig. Sucker tower.
Sakatawa. Yeah,
Yeah, we were taught all that shit, but it don't benefit me in my life.
No.
unless you do celestial navigation, then it will benefit you.
I forgot how to do a lot of maths,
But
but
I'll tell you something now, Grigori, right? I worked on railway for 10 years and I've never seen no curve in all the time I worked on it.
only laterally.
Look harder.
The only curve in a railway is what you call a corner.
Imagine, imagine you go to a grocery store and you start doing trig to work out how much you have to pay.
I always do. I use calculus. Come on now. the derivative of this apple times the slope of this peach
Using the tangent,
equals space-time.
using the tangent of the coin.
Exactly.
Flatzoid, they think they've got some kind of gotcha when they mention trig, like, you know. Mental.
Yeah. But it was good having you guys on.
Thank you.
Good to be on.
Appreciate it.
I'm happy Jeff could at least come on for the last 2 minutes.
Oh,
Sorry, I was trying to get away.
They were too busy combing his beard.
yeah,
Yeah. It takes me that
funny.
long.
yeah. It must take him 3.5 days. You know?
3 hours later.
Yeah.
Television says,
Yeah.
Flatzoid, my closing statement is no more FTFE.
Oh God.
I second that.
Spud, when you come,
I'll third that.
Spud, when you coming back on the panel, that's my closing statement or question.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to see you then Wednesday night. Please.
Hold on a minute. Grigori says, flat is your immediate perspective. Also research wavy train tracks. Wavy train tracks, mate. Poor engineers.
Wow.
Wavy train tracks.
Wavy train tracks.
Wavy train tracks.
Wow.
Do you know on railway, right? They have things like tunnels and cuttings where they cut through cliffs and, you know, because it has to be flat.
It has to be.
Research hollow train tracks.
It don't go over hills and over mountains and that. It cuts through them.
I mean, you have minimal inclines because it would fall off the track. I think you
Off the wagon.
can't think you can't. I think the maximum incline you can have at a slope angle is 0.2 degrees.
There
Or
was a
something.
guy in your chat who must have responded to what I said, and he said topography, like railway follows topography. That's bullshit, man. It don't.
No.
Really.
That why if
Nope.
railway followed topography, you would never need to have a tunnel. You could just go
Exactly.
over a mountain.
Yeah.
Right.
Over the bridge.
And believe me, they go through a lot of effort to
They don't go
make
down
a,
onto
make a
river
tunnel.
bed. Yeah, they don't go
And
down
more tracks being made.
up and over the river. You know what I mean? They go over a bridge and stuff like that.
This Roman Viking, babies proof spin. My son Billy is unable to talk and walk and vomits often as he adjusts to the spin of the earth in his first year of existence. Zero gravity womb protected him.
That's great.
Brilliant
Oh my
comment. Brilliant comment.
Thank God for Narnia.
And the sad thing is, we've literally got this argument from Globus before. That's
Really?
yeah, I've got that exact argument from Globus.
Oh,
That's why That's why children struggle to walk. That's why it takes them so long to learn to walk because of the earth spin. You have to adjust.
Yeah.
that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
I actually heard that argument.
It's so stupid.
It's got nothing to do with the muscles are
sounds
weak and
sciencey
the
to me.
bones are still soft.
Exactly.
No, nothing like that.
I've heard that as well, Flats. I totally forgot about that.
I've had that actual argument. Someone's actually debated me on that before. I was like, what?
Somebody's actually saying it in chat.
Yeah, that's what I read it off now. But I think he's more taking it as a joke though.
Yes.
It wants to be a joke.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this guy is the most moronic person I've ever come across.
No, he's joking. He's joking.
I was on Gems when they actually debated me on this, Michael.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Remember,
Carol
tomorrow
Apple.
night, I'm off tomorrow night, so Michael is on again with his show. If you guys
Yeah,
haven't
it's my
already-
shit. Listen, everybody. I can't present like Flats, so I need people to come on and talk to me.
He
I will.
says every week.
I'll be there.
Well,
All right.
I'm with him every week. He presents me. Okay.
No, I don't.
You do.
See,
We're fine. Oh, good. But we do need people.
I'll be there, man.
My show's a talk show.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, we definitely need people to come
Talk
on.
show.
Definitely need people to come on. But he is
Real
a good
talk.
He's a good. He's a
Hit
good
in this corner.
He's a good presenter, and he's got some good co-hosts. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, guys,
Cool.
I do
All
have
right.
some good co-hosts. So.
yeah, do
I'll
subscribe.
see you guys later.
But
Guys,
we do definitely need more
Yeah.
people to come.
So do subscribe to Khan's channel and go and watch it. They will have the chats tomorrow like they have every Tuesday. And I'll see you guys all in Wednesday. Okay. Cheers, guys. Thanks all for coming. Thank you for all the super chats, all the support. Thank you for hitting the likes and sharing the show. Really, really appreciate everything. Much, much blessings. May the pressure be with you. Cheers.